From here, good.
Do you want to close those streets, maybe?
That's so fine. No, that's okay. Just gonna put it here. So we have a good angle. Yeah. We're good?
Barbara, you need to take that out to the scale model then too?
Yeah, later.
Yes, we just.
We move it for wherever we go. I think we should start. Welcome, thank you for coming. I know the traffic and everybody got lost, but here we are, and thank you, Linda and the Waldorf for hosting this. And just giving us a little conversation about luxury and presenting your project. We're excited.
It's nice meeting all of you. And welcome to the Waldorf Astoria Residences in Pompano Beach. And it is the very first and only residences only Waldorf Astoria in the world. So they chose Pompano Beach, which is amazing. So the one in Miami and New York is hotel and condo. And here it's just residence. So for myself, pretty much my whole life I've spent working for companies that are in the top tier in their industries, luxury oriented, and sort of at the Ritz-Carlton, and in Colorado for 4 years. For Toll Brothers for 6 years, which is the #1 luxury high-rise developer, single family home developer in the country. So I really understand luxury and what brings clients to the property. And it's as outside agents, does any of you, I know you do, specialize a lot in luxury only, or do you do a whole broad range of your social media? Is it geared towards luxury or?
In my case, it's luxury, whatever my clients.
Okay, whatever they want, really, right? And how many of you do new construction sales? Mostly, okay. Because honestly, I've never done outside sales, but I've always been on site. And the luxury on-site sales are the easiest sale you'll ever make. It's basically. I mean, first of all, what is luxury? What does luxury mean to you? Like, name some words that when you hear luxury, what do you think of?
High standard. High standard.
High standards, exclusive, coveted, sophisticated, something personalized butler service or concierge service. Somebody that really knows you, is going to understand what you like, what you don't like. And that's really what stands us apart from anyone else. First of all, Related Room is the #1 luxury high-rise developer in all of South Florida. This is like their 90 and something building that we've done down here. And even in our previous building, just so you know, Basamar, we sold 40% of that just over the phone. Just literally over the phone with our Dropbox, because people trust Related Room. Just like I when I worked at Ritz-Carlton, the Toll Brothers. If you're selling your clients and they haven't heard of Related and they're looking for a condo, then you have to really present, talk about Related Group. It just increases the level of confidence so much from somebody that's just buying, one-off, looking at a condo list for one-off developer, right? They know it's going to get built. They know the quality of the amenities. People buy Related buildings because of the services and the amenities. So really, luxury is about your experience. That's what I see. It's really about how you felt being somewhere, whether it's sitting somewhere first class in the flying to Dubai first class. You're going to have an amazing experience versus sitting in coach, right? Something you're always going to remember. So it's really conveying to your client how they're going to feel when they are living in a luxury building. So for Waldorf Astoria, most people have heard of it. They've gone to New York for the lunch experience. They've been there for a period of time. So or a week. They went a business trip for 4 days in a luxury hotel. and they experience the luxury. So now you have an opportunity to portray to your clients that now they're gonna have everyday living just ensconced in luxury and they're gonna have butler service throughout the building that's gonna really know who they are, know what they like, and personalize it. You know, they're very, for example, like just saying at some of the properties, they take note, just even from your upon arrival. The valet and the ones that bring in your luggage, they're listening to you as you're coming through the lobby into your room. And it could be an example of your son is walking and he's crying, he's eating his candy and he's like, eating M&Ms. You're like, oh, I like the blue M&Ms. I don't like the other ones, right? They're gonna listen to that. They're gonna put it in their database. That family's gonna be in Hong Kong. They're gonna arrive and there'll be a bowl of blue M&Ms. Really enjoy your M&Ms. I mean, those are things that you're gonna really, they're gonna remember those experiences. It's really about just experiencing that overall, that feeling that you get. For example, if our owners, when they live in the Waldorf Astoria, say you go jogging every day at 3 o'clock, right? You're gonna notice your pattern, so the next time you come, back, you're gonna be standing here with a cold shell towel. Right? This one, right? Or you watch the sunrise every morning and they're gonna notice that you go down at a certain time and you bring your tea with you and you're gonna go down there one day and your towel's already laid out for you and then you have your fresh hot mint tea next to you, it's already there. It's basically fulfilling your unexpressed wishes. Right? So in the chaotic world that we live in, and if somebody has money and they're looking at a XYZ building, this stands out so much more because it's a 130-year-old brand and it's iconically, it's known for the hospitality. Versus, there's so many buildings like in Miami, I'm sure you've sold a lot, like, with designer names on them, car names, Bentley, Porsche, whatever. It doesn't really mean anything. I'm not saying anything negative about it, but it doesn't say anything about the services that you're gonna get, right?
Mhm.
I mean, because so you have your car here, but they might just hire Campbell Properties or First Service or something, just a regular service company that's gonna manage the HOA, so you're not gonna have this ultra luxury experience. Cause it's really, if you think about things that you've done in your life, like, do you remember what you got for your 7th birthday? Anybody? Do you remember what present you got?
Colored colors,
What'd you get?
pencils, colored pencils.
You remember? Yeah, but it's somewhere around there, something you always remember. Probably not, right? But you're always gonna remember the experiences that you had with your family, your vacations that you took, that those are things that you're gonna remember for the rest of your life. And that's what you really, that's really what it's, and this property is the fastest selling in all of Related's portfolio. This project is the fastest selling project. Right
This one here in Buffalo?
Yeah, on top of things. So, tell me what you've experienced or what questions you might have about bringing a client here. Really, it's this, the hardest part obviously is getting them booked. How do you get that luxury? And you can probably speak to that on the outside world, but for me, because it's not my forte. But once you have that client that has the funds and they're looking for something luxurious, this really stands out. It does stand out when you bring them here. And it's good to go show them other properties first, or just take them here first, and then I encourage always the agents to go to other properties, because then they go, oh yeah, this makes so much more sense. And our price point is so much less than Miami, even Fort Lauderdale, Four Seasons in Fort Lauderdale, they're trading it. And it's across the street from the beach. Are you familiar with where it is? It's like right on the strip. They're trading it between 2,200, 2,300 a square foot, and there you can still get in between 1,300 and 1,800 a square foot. So, and look at like Surfside area, the branded projects. How much are they now? 3,300, 5,500 a square foot, St. Regis, Four Seasons. So it's the same construction costs, right? Same thing. Same level of service, but now you're on the sand, it's on 2 acres here. Pompano's under a whole cultural renaissance. Every pocket, every area is being developed. And, Yeah, I'm sure you've seen changes, I don't know if you, I think you spent time at the pier, meeting at any restaurants or anything, okay. Yeah, so there's an innovation district that's being, it's only 25 square meters.
Let me ask you a question. How do you, when you get this VIP client, luxury client, how do you approach it? What is the lingo that you use to treat them? Because I think those are the type of tips that we would like to.
Yeah,
And we, of course, we want to learn about the project, but I know it's important. You don't treat a high-end client the same as another one that is buying their first time home, you know?
yeah,
It's completely different, so just,
yeah, and
give us some
you
tips.
don't have, the things that you would worry about on, somebody in a lower end. Like when I sold the Ritz Carlton in Aspen, okay, this was a fractional ownership project, so you're there's probably 4 weeks at a time. And I remember, like, the HOA was like $8,500 a year for 4 weeks. Some of them had one person. Question all. They never even said, oh my God, that's too much, never one time, I was acting like, gosh, I'm gonna have all these pushback on what the HOA is, and then. Every one time, it's just, I think that, most of the people, they had those experiences before they came here, they're used to staying at the Four Seasons or, but if they haven't, when you're explaining to them what their life is gonna be like, because honestly, like I was saying, there's so much chaos in the world, right, there's just so much, it's nice to come home to some place that you're gonna feel nurtured, right, so the key words would be, that I wrote down somewhere, I was thinking, effortless service, exclusive, coveted, sophisticated elegance, and luxury is a way of life. It makes you feel at ease, just that whole like, if you just wanna, right? Like, there's nothing worse than going into your home building and you have, 400 units and there's 2 elevators and you're waiting for the elevator and, just that tension that builds up in different buildings. I mean, have you had, and you can represent yourself as your preferred agent of Waldorf Astoria. Just for your clients, make them feel like you're a little more elevated than the average life agent, when you're talking to somebody on the phone. And I'm available, I live just over here on the Intercoastal, so I'm available all the time. I can be here in 10 minutes and we can do Zoom calls for your clients. I can meet them in person. And it's really getting the client here and then we do our job here in closing them. So you don't have to be an expert in the Waldorf. The Waldorf Astoria was the very first hotel that had electricity in all the rooms. They're the first hotel that had ensuite bathrooms in their hotels. I mean, it's a 130-year-old brand. So, and that's all we're known for, is their service. So that's what's really great that, choose Pompano. So I was saying there's a Pompano, they're being an innovation district. It's gonna be a man-made linear railway system with retail, restaurants, apartments on either side, kind of like the San Antonio and Riverwalk area. The pier obviously is fairly new. There's multiple restaurants in Pompano. You have the Greg Norman Golf Course right on Federal Highway. There's a private executive airport, which people really like. It's 10 minutes, 5 minutes away. So that's another nice feature. There's pickleball, aquatic center, tennis, Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, everything's very close. But you're not in the, and it's nice because you're not in the middle of, you can go either way. You go to Miami or Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale, Boca Del Rey, you're kind of right in the middle. And this is their latest 3rd building in Pompano Beach, and we're just opened up the W, which is right near the pier. So that's our 4th one, and then I believe they have some more in their pipeline. So they totally believe in.
I have one question. Yeah, I agree that if you go to a Waldorf Astoria or Four Seasons, the service is amazing. An example like the blue chocolate. But if this is residential, what type of services? Because they're not going to be cleaning inside your apartment.
It's no.
They're not going like that. Are they going to have a concierge outside, or what is the service in a residential?
Yeah, just upon your right, you're gonna have we have concierge butler service, in the main area. And then there's a 32,000 square foot amenities end, so you'll have someone inside of like pool area.
What is the butler?
What do they do? They'll bring you, like, say you just want a copy. So we're gonna go, we'll have a restaurant on the northeast. When we walk out there, I'll show you where it is located in the building. There'll be a restaurant, and there'll be also be a 2-story beach cafe. So as an owner, you'll be able to eat at the restaurant, or you can have it brought up to the amenity deck and the butler will bring it up to you, like if you're at the pool or at the beach. Or you can just have it brought to your residence and sign for it. And that's the other thing, because but a lot of some buildings have private residential restaurants. But hi, I'm Linda, welcome. Yeah, just have a seat, we're just sitting and let's come. So they'll bring your, your beverage or your food right up to wherever you are in there, or up to your residence and you do sign for it. And then, say you come, you arrive, you have a whole thing of groceries, and you're meeting me at the pool. You say, I'm meeting Linda, and can you take the groceries and put them upstairs, because they'll take the groceries and bring them up to your residence for you. There's gonna be a hair and nail salon, there'll be a massage treatment room, so if you want to get a massage, you just call the concierge and they'll get somebody there for you. Like tomorrow at 3 o'clock, I have to get my hair blown out or my nails done, it's not fully staffed. Or, say you're having a party and you're 5 o'clock and they're coming at 6 and the garden's supposed to stop working. You're gonna have a 24-hour-a-day certain maintenance engineer on staff. So you just call downstairs and they're gonna come, could be anything. The outlet's not working, whatever, and they're gonna try and fix it for you. If they can't, they'll concierge, they'll get somebody the next day to, or you're having a party of 10 people are coming and you wanna have somebody bartend at the pool area bar, then you just ask, someone like Jerry, can you be our bartender for this couple hours, sure, things like that. But there's not daily maid service, you're not gonna change your sheets twice a day, so it's not, that won't be available.
What about the association? How much will be the HOA?
Oh, the HOA is $1.74 per square foot per month, that's with 100% reserves. Oh, so that's the other good thing. With the restaurant being open to the public, you don't have to worry about having, a lot of some buildings have private restaurants. And the owners end up having to subsidize the overhead costs of the restaurant to keep it open, breakfast, lunch and dinner, right? So this is great that it's open to the public. So the issue is, it's everything except for your electricity and any content insurance. And the other thing is with, George Perez is the owner, I'm sure you all know, who is of the related group. He's a big art philanthropist. He has a museum in Miami, the Perez Art Museum. And so every one of his buildings in the common areas, he has museum quality artwork that just takes it up another level. When you're in the, like our artwork in here, as you walk in this artwork, I mean, we do a guard here 24/7. And now you're not here to protect us, we're here to protect you. Seriously. But the values in Pompano are just so much better than, what you're seeing in Miami right now. I personally purchased at our last building, Cosmar, we sold Solomar. Did anybody bring any clients to Solomar? It was our first one, we opened the day COVID shut down the world, literally. Like that day was our grand opening and we had to shut it down. But it's at 14th and A1A, just a couple miles north of here. And we sold that really quickly, and then Casamar, which I got the plans before everybody else, because I grew up with here, and I'm like, you would never go out in public. Well, you would never go, you would go with both Portland or Maryland. So I bought the very first unit in Casamar, and it's closing in June, and I already have like 40 offers. But I have 3 offers for like 80% more than I paid. And I'm like, that saying, like, take the money off the. But it's there, like when you're a gambler, they always say take the money off. But I'm gonna live there for a couple of years, I guess.
I saw in Savia Beach with
Yes, Savia
nothing
Beach.
was here.
But that's it.
Nothing was here. That
Nothing.
was the first one. 2014.
Yeah. Yes, so one of the girls I work with, she sold almost on New Beach. And those people like tripled their money, and a lot of those people bought Savia. And then they saw how much their values increased, they bought Solomar and Ritz Carlton. There's so many people in Pompano, you never would think they have that much money, but they're buying multiple properties and they're just gonna decide later which one they're going with.
And, when the building is gonna be ready.
Okay, so now we're 65% sold. And we're gonna start construction March or April this year, and they'll be ready in summer of 2027. So, and they don't mess around, like with related, they coastal's the GC. And they'll pass more, they just, they'll get stuff done, like, they're a national company. So,
So you gonna jump into the.
and then you can rent your unit no less than 6 months.
Okay.
Because they don't want Airbnbs, short-term rentals in the building, so pricey.
Well,
And I
what's the size of the lot?
The lot's 2
The
acres,
lot's great.
200 linear feet of oceanfront, right, so but anybody that wants to go afterwards, I'll be happy to walk you over. And you can take some pictures of the actual lot itself, do some, videos for promotions, your Instagram. Yeah. Something better than having your
Who
toes in the
was
sand.
it? Who is the architect?
Wait, I just remembered something. Oh, the architect is, for Nichols. One time when I was at Solomar, we had a trailer, like, on the sand before we had the actual sales gallery. And somebody called the front desk and he was like, "Well, top Israeli guy, we called the front desk, it was our first issue. So it was in the winter and I said, he was asking about it and he said, show me, he said, I said, show me what it looks like outside where you are now. He was in New York and it was like, this face snowy and everything. So we did a FaceTime and he showed me what it was like, all, snowy. I go, hold on. And I literally walked over to the Marriott. I walked through onto the sand and I said, oh, so I showed him the ocean and then I went down like this. And I had the waves crashing on my toes. And he got over the phone, he got actually for his parents in Israel. And he was like thanking now and the values have gone up so much. And yeah, he's like, it's the best thing he's ever done. But you just kind of do something different as far as, you don't have to be,
And in terms of value, what do you guys expect on your projections, like? The
Price point?
Price point.
Well, it's hard to, you kind of, obviously I've been around a long time, the real estate is never straight up. But, I mean, and I'm comfortable saying that, with the Four Seasons trading at 2,200, 2,300 square foot. If you're paying 1,500 square foot, it's gotta even out at some point, like with all the things that are going on in Bumping. So, I mean, who knows, right? Did you think it was gonna be 5,500 square foot in Miami? Right, I mean, I sold some units at the Mandarin in Brickell. Did anybody sell anything there? That's a gorgeous property.
It is.
That's that has a huge international demand.
They're gonna be.
No, not furnished, it comes finished with flooring, baseboards, paint, and whatever they choose. We're going to do the flooring all the way around, the exterior balconies as well. I mean, and we can go to the scale model, I can show you more about the actual building itself. But it's kind of, like, how do you find clients? I mean, how do you find clients now? It's so much easier. I had a manager, I was at a broker at Merrill Lynch for many years in securities, and it always stuck with me. And he said, it's much easier to shoot an elephant than it is a mouse. Right? Because usually the lower priced clients, it takes so much longer. There's so many more questions and you have to get, the inspections and the this and that, and I don't like that. Can you show me the other one? It was, I like the bathroom and the other one, and I like the double sink and the, I mean, right? I mean, it's just so much easier sale. If you really focus your time, I think, on new construction, it's the easiest sale, even not so you only my project, but any new construction,
It
you
is.
just bring them client and you do the work. And then you leave, you don't have to ever contact that client again, really, but you should.
The hardest part is to find the client.
Right.
And I always say to the agents, we are in the business of getting clients. The rest is out there, the properties, the project, the pre-construction, we need to focus us on getting clients, that's it. The rest is
And then once
easy.
you get one client, then all of a sudden, oh wait, my friend, it just, it absolutely continues on in your life. Or,
How do you pay the commission? Like,
oh yeah, that's the most important thing. We pay 5% commission, And we've already paid out a commission already, so it's typical, so the payments for the buyers is 20% now, 10% at groundbreaking, which is March, April. And then a year later, it's 5% and the balance at closing. So we pay out 2%, we've already paid commissions for our first buyers, so after they have the first 20% deposit, within 30 days, you'll get paid your 2%. And then top off, you get another 1%, or excuse me, groundbreaking, and then 1% at top off, 1% at closing. But that's the best part, because you're constantly, if you just stay with new construction, you always have these passive income streams coming in from something you did 2 years ago. I mean, obviously, everybody wants instant gratification, you want to get paid now and do your resale, but just do a mix.
What do you think would be the total of finance?
35%.
35%.
I mean, 65. They put down 35 and they don't have to, they can finance 90%. At close. We don't get involved in any, checking out.
Each client can finance up to whatever they want, but the project demands 35%.
Because they need to have a
Deposit.
buyer skin in the game
Yeah.
to start the construction, to pay the GCs.
Spent brown.
Is what?
Spent from.
Oh, yeah, all related buildings, they love.
Yeah,
And-
today every building is pet friendly.
I was in the small, but with big, everybody, there's no limit on that. The ceiling heights are 9'10", this is 10, so it goes up to, 9, it's 9.5 feet. The balcony on the ocean side is about 10 feet. And your squash shade is there. Or the kitchen, this is actually the standard kitchen. So it's all our home here, the sweet point out. Cabins and all that, and the other thing is it's all natural gas. It's not electric. So that's a huge, people love that, but it's gas. And
Yes. Is that? Is that, or is it?
we're
Yeah,
gonna have like probably 8 different choices for flooring, and they'll have bigger pieces like for upgrade size, but we haven't sourced it yet, or we haven't seen it. We'll have another countertop choice and another cabinet choice, and then the uppers are the snow glass.
Buena pregunta.
And then here it's all woven, it's all zero appliances. And they have, this is.
Wow.
The espresso, cappuccino, coffee machine. There's the convention of the microwave oven, and you have a double zone. This one. What do you guys think about finishes? Beautiful, you've probably seen so many more than that. You like it?
no,
Yeah, it's very classy.
that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
For high end.
And they don't like this, the uppers, the smoke glass, whatever they choose for the bottom, they do all the uppers.
And then another question for those clients that wants hassle free and wants the whole package of furnitures. Do you have anything?
No.
Or no?
No.
It's just
Yeah.
like a kitchen.
Yeah.
and
They can
there's-
still
there's
personalize it,
personalized.
closely with their designer and room designer, or whatever.
Then you
Or
don't
you
find
might
like a hassle free.
No, we don't get involved at all in that.
We can refer on designers. We can
Design.
refer designers,
For you.
they take care of everything.
Yeah.
And at that price point, they don't care about the budget.
Yeah, sometimes, they don't want to think about it to do.
Yeah, they are mistakes.
I've never had anyone like that. Have never had anyone say that they want. That's probably more Miami. To see that.
You know, they all have their own designer, the high end people. Actually, you can recommend it, but they say, no, I'm used to
Yes.
work with somebody
Yeah,
else.
they've done
And
more
they
houses for me.
they did my house in New York, they did my house in whatever, and that's how it works.
They're like, they don't want to see them, then you want to stay 6 months and then leave, and they want like, give me everything.
You can help
Turnkey.
turnkey, some of that.
Yeah, and then all these, see, they'll have all these linear diffusers throughout, residents, so you don't have those old square, you know.
The lot is right across the street or?
The park, yeah, it's just diagonal. I can walk over some, anybody wants to go with me when we're done here, I'll walk you over. You want to see the building? And then
Yes,
we'll-
let's go over there and so, let's go into
Yeah,
details.
just put your hand in questions or anything. You can take my card and everything before, and I'm also gonna send you a Dropbox that has area view, floor plans, amenities, it has everything in it. So you can leave that already.
It's not broad.
And I'll send you a list of the pricing and what's available now.
It's not broad, so we can.
No, Waldorf doesn't allow unbranded,
So we have to pick different.
yeah. I mean, you can put people whatever you want. They don't allow.
Yeah, you wanna look at the back?
Since we're down here. You like that?
First,
Me too. Yeah. I've never seen a setup like this. Yeah, it's nice, yeah.
The total toilet. How many units in total?
Yeah, that's made it so comfortable.
It is, the jumpsuit,
Oh, it's one piece?
one piece.
I like that.
That's what I love, when they're one
Yeah.
piece, you don't need to change. I got a place it just in case, so
Yeah.
I do get called. Really, too? This is the. Idea.
No, pero I know about this stuff.
Ya me la decía, en la vida de la playa.
Saturday, Sunday, I don't know if you're hoping a weekend.
Sí, sí, o sea, puede ser que lo que es lo hacen cuando te paguen flyer. Sí, sí.
Very late, it would be great.
Okay, so here's the building, obviously, and it's on your right on the, from A1A on the north side, on this side, the west side of the building. And then the fourth floor is 32,000 square feet of amenities. So there's 12,000 interior and 20,000 out here. And behind me, you see some of the pictures scrolling of the amenities and the inside the property. There's, and then the restaurant that I was talking about is right here on this side, this corner, this northwest corner. And the beach cafe right here. So some of the amenities, there's a 2,000 square foot fitness center, there's a yoga stretch room, his and her steam sauna, massage treatment room, hair and nail salon, like I mentioned before. It's not manned 24/7, but you just book it with the concierge. And there's a kids activity room, we have the simulator, the multi-sport virtual simulator room. You know, you can play golf, tennis, soccer. And then Peacock Alley, this is the living room by, you'll have a multi-sport simulator room. For the exterior, here we're gonna offer beach cabanas for sale, we'll have 18 events, we'll offer them for sale till we haven't released it yet. It's like 260 square feet, they can have, and there'll be one open just to book it for the day if you want it, a little mini bar and shower. We're also big deals, we're gonna offer boat slips for sale. So if you have clients that are looking for boat slips, up to 40, 45 feet, maybe they can buy a boat slip. But if they don't have a boat and they still like boating, we're gonna give them a complimentary membership into what's called the Resident Yacht Club. That's a big deal, because then they can charter boats to 130 feet. They can pick my whole portfolio, and they say, we wanna go to Bahamas for a week, we're bringing 10 people. And we'll pick them up in a Mercedes Sprinter, take them to wherever their yacht is, and have it fully catered to whatever they want, and off they go. So that's, yes, Sam, yeah, we had it for 4 years, it sounds much better right? And then here's how the building is laid out. There's 4 residences per floor, they each have their own elevator stack. So it's a private elevator, opens up into their private elevator foyer. The corners on both sides are 3,500 square feet, sunrise to sunset, so it flows through. So they have this beautiful ocean front, goes out 10 feet, 92 feet on the side, and then sunset view. A lot of the locals love flow through units because they're used to the sunsets and they love the sunset. So, for example, and this, I'm sending this to you. So it's a Dropbox that's going to have aerial views, the amenity plan, the fact sheet, has everything in here. And like I said, our last building, we sold 40% of it, clean it all, just work on it. So. This, for example, see here's the key plate that I was describing. There's one, oh yeah, and then there's one right in the middle, right here, the O2 line is 3 bedroom, 3.5 bath with a den. And it's 70-foot oceanfront balcony, we literally have one left, the 22nd floor is 5.419. You could get a low floor on the 4 bedrooms for like 4.7 flow through, and then the house is on the very top. But see this is for family. If you have a client that has younger adults or teenagers or other people that stay with them a lot, there's a lot of privacy because you come in here, the art walls here, and then this is all ocean on the side. You guys can come closer if you want. You have all this living room, dining room, master bedroom on the ocean side. So this you're seeing the ocean. And then we have this great den in the middle. Between the other 3 bedrooms in the back, so you can have maybe the kids or whatever can sing on the sunset side. And you're not intruding on you. And then we have. This was our most popular when we first opened. This is the 3 bedroom direct ocean, which we have one left, which we're gonna sell. So you come in off the elevator, and you have the, see it's double door entry, and then you have 70-foot ocean. So literally, where you're standing right now, if you look down that hall, to the sliding glass, that's 70 feet. That's the length of it. And it goes out 10 feet in depth. So
Oh,
all
that's
of
nice.
They have, they have.
How much is that one?
5.5,419 1880 square foot. Primary bedroom, and we have the 2 additional bedrooms here. Of course, they're ensuite with bathroom here, and then you have this nice flex room here. With a pocket door, you can use for an office, a little kid, put in a Murphy bed. And then you have the powder room, laundry room here. And then so everything looks on the ocean. And then you have, we sold a lot of these, which are the 2 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, but then we just face the sunset. So once you're on floor 11 or above, you have beautiful views on the intercoastal. So you have to split plan, come in here, and then you have the primary bedroom, the other bedroom, and again, you have this nice den flex room here. And the balcony is 60 feet, 5 inches and less, which is huge. Let me show you just what would be here with these. And this is so. Look at this view. If you're in a 2, because some people want, they're going here for a few months a year. They want to be in the Waldorf Astoria, but they're not going to spend $5 million on the, being what you do. They're, like from 2.6 to 3.8 or something on the highest floor. Look at these views looking west. So people say, well, I lived on the ocean before and it was so boring at night. It's just black. I prefer this, this. So we have that for somebody in a lower budget, and it's not there that much. But what I'm hoping one of you have is fire, we sold 2 of these. This is a combination unit. So, for example, it's the middle and corner, you did architectural plans to combine it. So you're looking at 6,100 square feet, 6,400, 6,385 square feet. This is 100-foot ocean front balcony.
But
So
you
that's
have-
very,
You only have one left.
no, we have 3, we have 16, it's one on this high floor on the north side and one on the south side. We carved them out and we're just holding them because they're so unique and so popular, but that's look, you come in off this elevator lobby here, and this is all ocean, so the bathroom, look at the size of these closets, it's 12 and 17. The bedroom, study, laundry, storage, pantry. And you have all these other bedrooms, and you have a sweet family room on the sunset side. That's nice, right? I'm saying you drive down and when you're gonna run that, you never think you're gonna want 100 foot over from now you 6,400 interior.
And how much is this one?
On the 16th floor, it's 10 million something. 10 million.
Per square foot?
I think it would be. And then, of course, for the elusive person that wants to be, there's always penthouse buyer, that they always buy penthouses, they only buy penthouse high. Linda, they only buy penthouses wherever they live. So this is the very top. So 5 through 27 are the same floor plans, and then there's the lower penthouses and the very top penthouse. Look at this, it has 6,100 interior square feet, so it's basically half the building. North, south, and one in the north. So you have, bedroom, look at the size of the wardrobe here. Living room, dining room, kitchen, then everything on the sunset side, service quarters, bedroom. And the other great thing about buying pre-construction is that there's still opportunity, they can make structural changes within the unit itself. You can't change plumbing, but say they wanna, open up this, get rid of this wall, or this wall, there's one big room here, so they can tweak it, we'll work on it. But look at this, then there's penthouse buyers and their own swimming pool on the rooftop. Under air lounge area with a pool bath, soft glass, hurricane glass all around you in the room, and their own, living area here, and they hope they stare at me. So there's pretty much something for everybody here.
They take the stairs, there's no elevator.
Yeah, it's just a few steps up to the pool once they're
Oh,
on the
okay, but
rooftop.
there's an elevator.
And there's photos of it in the, space. Yeah, the elevator will take you up. Yeah. And of course, it's a private elevator for each side, so your fob will only open up into that thing. And they also become diamond level status. This is under the Hilton brand, the Waldorf Astoria. So the normal person wants to stay 200 nights a year, every single year, to get that diamond level status. They're gonna get it between now and the time they sell their unit. They're gonna have personal travel concierge, anytime they go anywhere in the world, they're gonna get best rate guarantee in the world. At any Hilton property in the world, they fly free, guaranteed to check out. They'll have upgrade if it's available when they get on site, so people like that too.
But based on your experience, when the developer already sold everything and it's not involved in the HOA or in the board, do they change those things? So that would
Oh,
depend.
that's a good question. It's a 30-year contract with Waldorf Astoria.
30 years.
30. That's huge. I'm gonna show you a tour film, it's 2 minutes, it's really great, your clients will really like this film. It's just another huge sample of people like, let's see one. And then we'll eat.
Wait, we're gonna say here?
Yeah, come on in here, we'll screen here, you can stand around and.
You get a good spot for this.
This is in the, this is in the Dropbox. So you can access it. The video, yeah.
Porque si no, la una.
Anybody?
We thought Pompano, and we said, this is a diamond in the rough. We reimagined Pompano in being a true, luxurious, inclusive community that was going to be second to none in the South Florida area. In looking at this, we really wanted the #1 luxury brand to come here. What attracted me to Waldorf was not just the luxury, but the history. You know, this is not a brand that just happened today. This is a brand that's been known for luxury for hundreds of years.
The brand has been around since 1893, so talk about legacy and luxury that they've been able to provide for over 130 years. To bring that to Pompano is truly an honor, and especially since this is the first standalone residence, there's a lot of responsibility on our part to deliver that vision and to keep that luxury and to keep that legacy alive.
Waldorf Astoria is one of the most iconic luxury hospitality brands, committed to offering sincere, elegant service, culinary excellence, and unforgettable experiences in the most sought-after destinations around the world. Every property offers a strong sense of place, both timeless and timely, and conveys a refined sensibility throughout.
It was really important for us that the timelessness of our architecture would hold up with the timelessness of the luxury of the Waldorf brand.
We were looking at the idea of beachfront living and tying it together with an iconic design so that it would be a unique representation of Waldorf Astoria as a beachfront property. We were trying to bring in the environment in a way that could be representational of a home. And so we were thinking, how does that architecture represent itself? And that was done through these wraparound balconies to bring the environment in, to give people that connection from the inside of their home to the outside.
At Waldorf Astoria, residents and guests can expect an effortless experience with anticipated service and exceptional amenities. This allows them to focus on their priorities, such as connecting with family and friends to create memories that last a lifetime, or their personal hobbies, health and well-being.
The lifestyle of Waldorf Astoria Pompano is modern day luxury. Unforgettable experiences, enjoying the beach, enjoying all the services that Waldorf is known for after over 100 years of creating this tradition and legacy.
Waldorf Astoria is synonymous with sincerely elegant service. It's not in your face, it's not obvious, but somehow every time you go there, it's perfect. They're thinking about things you have not yet thought about. And that's exactly what we wanted here in our project. And so when you're buying into Waldorf, you know that that's your lifestyle from now and a lot of the basic amenities that you expect in a luxury building, and then we expand and take it a step further. So we've got a beautifully well-appointed pool deck that overlooks the ocean. But in addition to that, we have private cabanas that our residents can enjoy and get that bespoke experience. We have a wonderful gym, but then we also have a great movement studio that complements that. We'll have private dining experiences, both at a private dining room as well as beachfront cafe. The extra level of service is there for you when you want it. One of the key amenities to the project is our marina directly across the street. One of the challenges in South Florida is deciding, do I live on the ocean or do I live on the intercoastal so I can have my boat out there? We offer both.
Every Waldorf Astoria that is built helps define the brand and helps establish what that legacy means. So for me, it's an honor to be given that opportunity to help push the brand in new directions. When you enter your unit, it's this idea of a refined haven. It's a very serene feeling. The color palette's quite light and fresh. You feel this nice connection to nature. Everything flows beautifully, it functions beautifully, and it just feels very calm and relaxed.
When seeking new locations for Waldorf Astoria, We look for sought out destinations that are unique in character, have a connection to nature with brilliant landscapes, have a cultural significance, or are remarkably located in a key gateway city.
There's no question in my mind that Pompano will become one of the most sought after areas in South Florida.
We're very fortunate to work with the best partners in the industry, and we pride ourselves on building sincere and lasting relationships.
For us to be picked by Waldorf Astoria to do this is an honor, you know, and for the residents that will be part of this building should be even a bigger honor because they're going to live in the first Waldorf Astoria residence in the world.
Clients always thought, oh, you know, because if you think about it, the Ritz Carlton, which is in Pompano, there's, I think, like 6 left maybe. And the Waldorf Astoria, they would never put their brands in Pompano. They didn't do the due diligence, right? It's just so then they go, yeah, okay, data. But, so bring your comments to Pompano. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Come here, are you guys hungry?
So,
Drive it. Thank you
yeah,
for driving up this
any
way.
questions? I want
Yeah.
to got late, so good questions directed to her, anything. I mean,
have the most important questions.
How much do you make? 5%.
5%. She went over that 5%.
Yeah, but
2% at
5%.
We would
Two,
get the
two
presentation,
now,
right?
1, 1, and 1, yeah.
We will get a Dropbox, a brochure.
Yeah, but it's.
But anyway,
Don't
ask
forget
any
to leave your
question right
email.
now.
And if you don't have
Yeah,
business, put your business card, write it down, because later today, I'm gonna send all of you that Dropbox, so you can have everything at your fingertips. And then, you know, my contact, you wanna have to Zoom or bring somebody here, or virtually, or in person. We have to get you sales. And the penthouse, by the way, is 19.9 million. So that's a nice,
How big,
what?
how big it is?
6,300 square feet with a 4,000 square foot rooftop.
Nice.
I know,
And that-
but but honestly, those combination units for 10 million on the 16th floor, we haven't reserved. So just think of that special client that wants to have that, I mean, 100 foot, which is 5,000. And sunset views, right? Do you know any other buildings that have that? Yeah.
I'm
You?
not thinking like toes in the sand. That would be-
Right.
The views you
So
can have,
views maybe, but
views you can have in Miami, there's
Yeah,
several
but
buildings,
not on the
but
beach.
not on the beach.
That's the other thing that really.
That's what I'm thinking, not right, when you go down.
There's something about waking up to the ocean, you know, just set your tone for the day and. All right, let's go eat.
Thank you, Linda.
And then after you eat, I'll be happy to take photos once you go walk to the site, that one of your days takes a video.